My name's Jeb. My strawberry plants have runners. Here we are in the square foot garden, and square foot garden method has 4 strawberry plants per square, and I could not get that many plants, and I didn't want to spend, $40 or $50 on strawberry plants. I tried getting the bare root plants from Walmart, and they all died. So I'm sure bare root plants could work, but maybe not the ones that have been sitting in Walmart for 3 years, drying out. So I've got two plants per square, and then in some squares I've just got 1. Let's see, I think this is a 1. There you go, 1 plant per square. And it fills in the space, but I have no problem with the square foot spacing. I think you totally could put 4 of these plants. These are Queen Alt. It's pretty small strawberry. That's about as big a berry as you'll get off of it. And look at the berries. It's just, oh man. Oh man. So good. Delicious. Okay. But we're getting runners, which is what I wanted, because I want more squares of berries and I want them packed in tighter. I'm getting like 1 berry, I don't know, 1 berry per plant per day in summer, maybe. So half of them get eaten by bugs, so maybe there's 3 or 4 berries per day I can eat. And they all go to the kids. This runner's starting to put roots in, but I want to put some cups in and kind of, plan these things out. And maybe we don't want, 1 plant to have, look at this, right? 4 runners or something. Or maybe we do want, sacrifice 1 plant. The fruit yield is dropping now that the runners are coming. So maybe we'll have some of these plants, we'll have runners, and some of them will focus on fruit. I don't know. I want to get maybe 6 to 12 new plants to put in for winter. You can see that if you got to control your runners. Now in square foot gardening book they say cut all the runners off, which I would do if I didn't want any more plants, and then I'd get more fruit. But by the way, these big ones here, these are sequoia strawberries. And these have some large fruit and large plants. This right here, let's see if you can see. There's a square. That's 1 plant. So those, I think you totally could space 1 plant per square. Look at the size of that strawberry plant. Compared to, there's 2 plants in there. 1 plant. Love that sequoia berry. Okay, so I'm going to get some cups, get some soil, and we'll kind of get these things planned out. So here's what I'm doing. I got a red cup, my favorite small potting device, and there's a hole in the bottom, and I filled it up with potting mix, and I moved this runner. It wanted to be here, but these are bush beans, and this will end up getting thinned to 1 plant, but still it's going to fill out the whole square. The cilantro has room to spare, so that's going to have, and maybe we'll put 2 or maybe even 3, just put them up against that back wall, and we'll let these grow, and when they get, well, a little bigger than this, I don't know, what do we want? 4 big leaves. Alright, there's my goal. Then we can cut the cord, let it grow in the pot a little, and then it can have a new start. So here's my finished product. We got some runners in cups, taking over this summer cilantro, and then I got back in here and I got a little lazy, so we're gonna try something different. I just guided them up into the onions. Onions got room. Actually, those are leeks, but some are going into the onions. You can see in here. Some down there, they're just going on a mission. We'll let those do their thing. And when this basil comes out, maybe we'll have some strawberry plants under them. This one, this is sequoia. I just put the cup outside and we'll see how many times I kick it over. And that'll tell us if that's a good idea. I even got lazier. Some of these runners had runners that had roots, and I just cut them off and I stuck them in where I could fit them. So we'll see which of these do best. The best return for the amount of effort. I have a feeling that this here might be the real way to do it, but I don't know. That looks so nice and neat right there. So just an update on the runners. Well, yeah, look at the size of that bumblebee. So the runners in the cups are doing great. They're doing very well, very happy. There was a runner here that I just stuffed in the dirt, and that just didn't make it. It's just been too hot, and I think this Mel's mix, it drains really well. So in the heat, it just dried out. Those are happy. The ones up in the onions, who knows what they'll do. I'm sure some of those will set, and when we pull the leeks out, we'll just transplant them. And the ones I'm just letting do their thing, I don't know, we'll see how many. One of them that I stuffed in the dirt, it's still there. Not too happy. I haven't solved the issue of the plant not producing fruit because of all these runners, because I didn't really trim enough runners off to do that, but hey, there's a flower back there. So here's how things are going with the strawberry runners. Some have worked well, and some, like here, are not working so well. This is one I just cut off and stuck in the ground, and it hasn't died yet, but it doesn't look very good. And that's the easiest way to do it, which a lot of times is not the best way to do it. Some of these runners I just guided up into my onions and leeks, which I thought, yeah, it's a great idea, because when I pull out the onions, we'll just have plants waiting. You can see some in there doing their thing. The problem is, nobody told the strawberry runners to stop. Hey, could you guys stop? Just go in the onions only. So you can see, like over here, here's my jalapeno, and this is a good sized pepper plant. And we've got this runner coming in here, so you know, if that roots, it's probably already rooting, but you know, the idea is I could just kind of scoop it out of the ground. But I don't want to disturb the roots of my pepper plant, so I'm gonna have to trim these ones off. I'm not letting them come in here. So that's the hassle with just guiding them. There was one way that worked well, and it took the most work, but I'll let you take a look at how it's going. So when you put them in a cup, it works pretty well. So we've got, how do we know it's working well? Well, we've got new growth right there. That's good. And this one doesn't have roots coming out of the bottom yet. Here's another one in the cup. All right, here's our new growth. And we even have roots growing out of the bottom of the cup. It's a great sign. So I think these ones in the cups could come off pretty soon. And so I'm probably going to get as many, you know, this running them up, letting them run up into other squares. That probably isn't going to work too well. I'm going to leave the ones in the onions, and the other ones that I can, I'm going to put in cups. Maybe this one up in the pepper plant, I'll put that in a cup. And so use the cups, or you know, little pots and that kind of thing. Strawberries. Oh, and this one on the end I kicked over twice, but no major damage, so don't be afraid to put a cup right outside your planter box. Thanks for watching.